Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is Dylan. We are back here with another Madden video. Now today what I want to do is go ahead, give you my Madden 22 beta thoughts on gameplay and everything, and also go ahead update y'all with some news that one with the auction house, and also two, there's something on the card that EA posted that's very interesting that we will cover at the end. If you are new to my channel, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on this video and also subscribe if you are new. I drop daily Madden content on the channel. Would love to hit 2K subscribers before Madden 22. And pretty much getting into it, in the background you're just gonna get some next gen gameplay that I got, and that's pretty much where I want to start off with it. Okay, so Madden 22 I would say is basically a sped up version of next gen. I think the movement is a lot better than next gen, more enjoyable next gen. That's pretty much what I would say. I still think weight and stuff matters. There's a lot of things gameplay wise, we'll get into like the details and everything a little bit later, but some people are kind of like lying to some people too about stuff about Madden 22. But I got kind of like a list here going. The first thing I wanted to say was, yeah, it's pretty much a sped up version of next gen. It doesn't feel like with next gen, if you haven't played it, it kind of feels like when you're running with the players, kind of like starting a lawnmower, right? Like they start off slow, but then they pick up speed. That's why you'll see videos of people making like, yeah, next gen is just as fast as current gen, but the thing is, it takes a while for the people to start up, and it's just like the movement is awful. Madden 22 improved movement. I don't think it's perfect, but it is improved. The big things about gameplay this year for Madden 21 current gen, and I even think next gen, right? Big thing was delay fades. That was a major complaint by people. Also send to. Now, some people told me send 2 sucks. Now I don't know what Madden you guys are playing, but send 2, when they insta shed you, it is by far the most OP thing in the game, and it literally takes 0 skill. 25-5 zones with the vert hook, you literally have to use her like this much. It's really like, it's no skill at all. Send 2 is still pretty good in Madden 22. I think you still will see that. Will it be really good? Because if you think about it, you do still have to use her kind of a lot in specific areas on 21 current gen if you are sending 2, right? But with the next gen movement, it's kind of like you can't use her crazy like that. Like you can maybe take away 1 or 2 routes at most. So yeah, I still think send 2 is a problem, and I don't want to talk about sheds really, because I mean, when I was in practice mode or using a team, I don't know if it's because they don't have the best O-line in the world, or if it's just practice mode shed every year, they just go crazy, right? But like I said, I think that's just a thing that happens like year in and year out. Just the shed modes in practice just go crazy. Played a little bit of franchise student, was the same story, so I don't know if it's because I had lower overall linemen, or it was just because the game just has crazy sheds. Talking about like sheds and defense, I think like user rushing, turbo rushing, whatever you want to call it, I don't know if that's going to be good. I even tried to shoot the gap like in the run game, how you would like in big nickel, where you like spread your D line and really just, like I said, just try to shoot right through the gap and tackle them. And I don't know, again, if it's because I have a slower user because I'm playing with regular teams, or it's just not good this year. I'm gonna go ahead on a limb and say I don't think you can really shoot the gap like crazy. Like, I might be completely wrong on that one. With defense, I think you're going to see a lot more people in 4 down lineman sets to try to stop the run game. I think big nickel is going to be really popular. That's what I think the meta should be. I think big nickel is a good meta because it's literally a balanced defense. You can stop the run, you can stop the pass. That's like I said, I think that's just a perfect meta. I think wide actually gets torn up by the run. Like I said, playing AI franchise, because I couldn't even plug my other controller in because it just wouldn't register it. But yeah, just playing the computer and stuff, getting toted on in wide, had to switch to big nickel. I think defense to start the year, the 2 most popular things you're going to see is loaded up D lineman with match coverage behind it, or man coverage. Man coverage, it's just a little bit weird right now. I don't want to say you can't beat man coverage. There are man beating routes, but say like, for instance, right, in a gun bunch, you know, that flood in route, flood out routes, those don't beat man coverage anymore. Like I said, there are other routes that beat man coverage, but things like, I don't know, say like a post, a skinny post, and this is all like without like thresholds either. Don't know if it's a threshold thing either, but those were not getting open for me at all. Even first lower tier corners, if I did have a good receiver. Now we're going to go ahead and switch to the offensive side of the ball with gameplay. You still need Gunslinger to pass. I don't know who said you didn't, but you still need Gunslinger to pass. I think it's not as big as a gap as it was, but Gunslinger helps out a lot. Like, you're definitely going to notice, especially if the sheds are as crazy as I was talking about, you're definitely going to notice that, hey, I kind of need Gunslinger to pass. I think this year is going to be the year of the check down, because if you play like just against stock zones and stuff in practice mode, they do a good job of guarding like deeper corner routes and stuff. Like say in a bunch set, once again, I'm using bunch because it's a really popular offense, you know, like kind of like a Z spot corner or that bench pivot corner route to the tight end that people really like to run, a stock cloud will do a good job of guarding that, but it does give up the underneath. So I think again, double Mabel is going to be popular. You're gonna see a lot of the same stuff, but it's just going to be out of different things. Like, then last one right here, delay fades do get guarded by man coverage, but the thing is, okay, in PA boot, all you have to do to cancel this out is keep the play action and roll out. Yes, you heard me. You can still run man on a delay fade, and guess what? Your man will not guard it. And it kind of makes sense though. It kind of makes sense. It's a play action and it's a reading like he's blocking. I mean, that makes sense, right? And I don't know if you can even blitz the formation. I don't know how good blitzes are going to be either, because like I said, your user cannot cover the space he can in current gen. So it still might be a really annoying offense to face. That's really the main thing I want to talk about with offense and defense. Other things, playbook updates, they actually are updating playbooks, but the thing is, okay, the thing is, like, Kansas City got a really nice offense, like with bunch wide flex. It's pretty much like you have bunch wide. It's like a closer bunch wide, if I had to describe it like that. Also, your solo receiver tight end is pressed in too. A couple things though, like normal wide close was added or something like that in another formation. I forget what it was called, but the thing is, okay, looking at the playbooks, they have like some usable plays, and I just think like, yeah, they might be adding formations, but they also need to add plays too that are good. But yeah, if I had to guess a meta for offense, I think you're going to see a lot of bunch to start the year. You can beat every single defense. You can still do delay fades and bunch, and you know, if they're not manning up to tight end, you can still hit it. Playbooks I would recommend running to start the year: Panthers offense and like either 4-6 defense, or a formation with a big nickel 1-4-6 like Miami too. And another thing I do want to talk about is the game day atmosphere, momentum, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much where you can gain momentum and gain certain perks for your team as you go ahead. You know, you win your game, but it's not really, I think it's a tad broken right now. The game day atmosphere, I think, is a tad broken. I think it's really cool, especially for an offline experience, but I think in a competitive game, I don't think it should be on. Given the boosts that are currently given right now, if they change the way the boosts work, I think it'd go ahead. I think it'd be a great feature. I think it'd be really, really cool. But some of the things that are included with the momentum, right? You can go ahead. It will make it to where either your quarterback messes up an audible, which, you know, crowd noise stuff, I get that, but like, imagine you're trying to play like a serious Madden game, right? Like, and you just can't audible. I think that's stupid. That's my personal opinion. You can't audible. I think that's stupid. Things like improved coverage and stuff, I mean, I don't know. I think it leads to an inconsistent game to where you don't know, like, kind of like, I don't know. I just think it leads to inconsistency, and I'm not really a huge fan of that. Yeah, I think they need to balance that, and some of the things like that you gain momentum on make zero sense to me. For example, okay, one time I was playing the game, and it was first like the Bills at Bills Stadium, right? I went ahead on first down, completed a pass for 8 yards. The Bills gained a whole bar of momentum and literally gained like the one ability to where you can't hot route or something. How did they gain momentum on a play where I passed for 8 yards? How does that happen? Like, seriously, like, that's the thing that really made no sense to me. I think they need to tune that, do something with it, because I don't know. I know it's hard to kind of gauge what gives something momentum. I think touchdowns, turnovers, I think those should be the big things. You're driving, you're gaining momentum. That's a thing too. And last up right here, just want to go over the new news with the market. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. So pretty much there's going to be like a set price you can buy for, like a minimum and a maximum. I think that goes ahead and eliminates coin buying. I personally do not. I think they're going to find a way around it because so many people buy coins, they will find a way around it. And I don't know if this is good or bad for the game. I don't know if this affects sniping. Like, I really don't know how to feel about this. This is one, I'm not really like a big market guy. Put down below what you think this is going to do to the game. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? But the main thing I wanted to point out, okay, has nothing to do with the market in this picture right here. This right here. So I had to zoom in on a PC, okay? See right here, he gets Gunslinger, Aaron Rodgers, okay? Look at this right next to him. An ability that says ×3 on it. What is that? Like, I could really care less. You know, we get sprinter back and stuff. I don't think that is good for the game either, but what is this ×3 ability right here? That could be game changing in a good or a bad way. Like, oh my. Oh my, I have no idea what this is. Might be freaking out, but this was just something that I noticed with this picture. Is one of the first things that I did notice. So it looks like maybe ability stacking is actually gonna be in the game. I mean, I have no idea. And I actually just do not know how to feel about this one either. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about ability stacking 2 being back in the game. Like, imagine you could go ahead and run like ×3 Gunslinger and just literally get the ball out like that. And lastly, to end off this video, I just want to kind of go ahead, give y'all some tips on what I'm doing to get it ready for next year. I'm going ahead, I'm playing next gen Madden 21. I'm trying to get used to the movement. The movement is better in Madden 22, but that's the closest things we got to Madden 22 besides the beta. Obviously I'm still playing the beta, but if you don't have the beta, would recommend playing Madden 21 next gen. And if you can't play Madden 21 next gen, some things on current gen you could do to get ready for next year: run big nickel, try to go ahead and make a scheme out of that with good zones, rushing 4 consistently. Don't rely on send 2, don't rely on send 3. And I know you might lose some games because that's not really the meta right now, but it could help you next year. Load up your D-line, go ahead, learn a little bit of the match principles too, because I think match is going to be really popular as well. And then on offense, what you can do, just run Carolina Bunch. I think that is for sure going to be a good offense to start the year. Carolina Bunch is literally going to be the thing that I'm in to start the year, so that's what I'm running right now. I think, like I said, it's going to be one of the best offenses next year. Mark my freaking words, okay? Yeah, man, other than that, like I said at the beginning of the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on this video and also subscribe if you are new. But other than that, man, has been your boy Dill, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.